Welcome to the Period Besties Podcast with Stasha and Katie. Think about it as chatting with your best friends about all the TMI stuff you've never talked about before with two period coaches who've been helping hormones collectively for over 20 years now. I'm Stasha.
And I'm Katie, and we're pulling back the curtain on what it's like in the world of menstrual coaching. From puberty to menopause and everything in between, we're here to show you how period coaching can save the day. We'll share practical tips and information you can put to immediate use to improve your hormones and happiness.
We're removing the mystery, ending the taboo, and shining a light on just how powerful period coaching can be.
So whether you need period coaching or are considering becoming a period coach yourself, these episodes are going to help you. We'll share stories, coach live on air, and bring smart, savvy guests to share their wisdom too. Let's start today's episode.
Welcome back, Period Besties, to Christmas in July. Today we are talking about our menstrual phase and our top 3 foods for this phase that we love. I hope so far you've been into it, but let's dive into menstrual so far. So one of the easiest foods for the menstrual phase is eggs. It's just an easy, you can make them for breakfast, lunch, dinner. You can poach them, fry them, scramble them. There's a billion ways to make them. You can hide them in things. So like Katie's oatmeal idea was brilliant. In fact, I passed it along to my partner, Chris, because he loves oatmeal, but he needs a little bit more protein. So I told him to start doing that as well. Like the eggs in oatmeal idea. Brilliant. Genius. Love it.
I love banana pancakes too.
Oh, yes. I forgot about the banana pancakes.
Yeah. So gluten-free flour, bananas, eggs, like some cinnamon, nutmeg. Awesome.
Yeah. I made them with plantains and eggs. No flour. Just straight up plantains and eggs. And it was also
amazing. Yeah. The banana and the egg you need something, but it's only, I think it's 1/4 of a cup. Like it's not a lot.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, they're so good. They're protein rich. They're easy. You can put them in a lot of things. And I remember when I was looking into foods to help with endometriosis, like way back in the day, and eggs came up as a menstrual food in like Chinese medicine, Ayurveda, all these things. And I remember thinking that's funny because it's the opposite. Like you're not ovulating, but you're eating the egg.
Mm-hmm. It's ironic, right?
Yeah. But I get it. It is a really good, easy protein source. And you might be somebody who has an easy period and you can eat whatever you want. But a lot of people struggle to eat heavier foods in the menstrual phase. It just feels weighing down, or you're already bloaty or crampy or whatever. It's a little bit of a lighter way to get some protein in this phase. Although if you're craving something, by all means, if you're craving that burger, go eat that burger. But if you are like most of us and just need to pull the heaviness of food in the menstrual phase down, eggs are a really great way to get some protein in there.
I also have another trick that you might already do, but I'll do eggs with some Greek yogurt because it makes it a little bit more fluffy, the eggs themselves, and like more protein as well. So I do that with the boys as a way to like sneak in more protein for myself and them before they get to school, because they're like so carb heavy right now. All they want is carbs, but that gives me like extra protein as well. And they taste so much better because they're like fluffier and lighter.
No, I just eat the yogurt because all 4 of the animals in our house eat yogurt for breakfast. So I get the yogurt container out and everyone gets a size-based scoop. And then I have like 3 scoops as I'm making the rest of their breakfast. And then I start munching.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah, one of the cats had dandruff, and then one of the dogs has really bad indigestion and heartburn and stuff. He's on heartburn med, poor guy. But yeah, so everyone gets a little yogurt because they all had some digestive things going on when we rescued them. I love that.
All of our dogs, I should say, eat better than probably 70% of people in the world.
Probably, yeah, 100%. Yeah,
our dog gets like these like meat sliders. And now she eats all the boys' scraps.
Yeah, yum, delicious. Okay, food number 2. We've digressed. Beets. I feel like beets are obvious, and yet we forget them. dark, deep red if you're going with the red beets. Of course, there are golden beets out there these days. But yeah, dark, deep red, full of iron, really helpful food for the menstrual phase. Delicious. I absolutely crave them. Even in deep luteal, I'll really start to crave beet salads, which I worked in a Brazilian restaurant, and this was one of the things that I make to this day regularly. It's a pile of beets cooked and cubed, a pile of tomatoes cubed, a pile of avocado cubed on top, a healthy sprinkle of parsley, like you're talking kind of parsley salad, like a lot of parsley on there, olive oil, salt, and then either lemon, lime, a little vinegar, whatever you're feeling like. It's really simple. And if you want to add a little bit of protein, shrimp. Oh my God. Every month without fail, I have that.
That sounds amazing.
So good.
Just come and cook for me.
Oh, it's so good, but it's so simple. It's really like an easy one. And I'll just do a big bunch of beets all at once, cube them and stick them in the fridge. And then that way, all I have to do is slice some tomatoes and avocado on top. And then I have salads, easy peasy.
I'll just eat the beets with feta cheese on top. Like, I just love beets. I love golden beets. I love red beets. Yeah, they're amazing. They're so delicious. And I feel like, why do we forget about beets?
I think most of us, when we were growing up, we're eating a lot of sugar, right? We had sugary cereals for breakfast. We had sugary lunches, Lunchables if we were fancy, or cheap Lunchables, homemade Lunchables if we were poor like me. And then you would go home and eat dinner, which if you look at things like the spaghetti sauce has sugar in it, the things that you wouldn't have thought of are full of sugar. And then we had a lot of carbs, right? Beets tasted like dirt because we were eating so much sugar that the sweetness didn't come through. Now, you and I don't eat a lot of sugar, so beets taste sweet and delicious and amazing. And I noticed when I did a juice cleanse back in, I don't know, my early 30s maybe, I couldn't drink the beet, like the juices that had beets in it because they tasted like candy. Like I was just licking a sugar cube. It was just too sweet. It made me sick. So I actually had to go in and exchange all of the juices that had beets in them for more green juice or something because it was just too sweet and I couldn't deal with it. And that's when I really realized beets are my sugar craving or like my sugar overload. It's the canary in the coal mine. If beets aren't tasting sweet, I've had too much sugar.
Interesting. Makes sense to me. I feel like nobody really knew how to make beets taste good. It's like my mom's a great cook. I feel like a lot of things, though, we weren't introduced to because she didn't know how to make them, or like she made them and didn't make them taste. I feel like now that they're on like the menu at most like fancy restaurants or restaurants in general, we have a better idea on what to do with beets. But God, yeah, it makes sense. They did taste like dirt.
Yeah. But if you can roast them, you can caramelize them because they have such a high sugar content. You can give them a little caramely outside. You can toss them with vinegar and eat them cold or olive oil. You can put them in salads. You can put them in quinoa bowls, rice bowls. You can put them in savory. There's just so many things you can do with them. So don't sleep on beets. They're really helpful for the menstrual phase. Nice antioxidant-rich, all those good things. So don't sleep on beets.
Name of our episode. Don't sleep on. Okay, so we've got eggs, we've got beets, and then really think about dark fruits, right? Those raspberries, those blueberries, those antioxidants. You mentioned cherries in the previous episode. All of those things to help with energy because you're getting some sugar, but you're getting that fiber. Also, those like deep, colorful foods that can really help you feel better during this phase. I just crave berries all the time, but especially in this phase. Yeah. I have to hide them in the fridge because my kids all they want to eat are berries all the time, but they're just amazing.
Yeah. And one of the things I really love is that in the summer, when the blackberries and raspberries and blueberries and stuff are just abundant, I just binge on the fresh ones. But even in the winter, doing my like buckwheat bowls in even deep luteal menstrual phase, like I was saying yesterday, I love putting sweet potatoes in there in the luteal phase. And then when I hit, sometimes even right before my period, deep luteal menstrual, I want the cherry. So we get a big bag of frozen cherries from Costco. And then throughout the winter, that's my menstrual phase fruit, is just popping cherries into my buckwheat bowls for the morning or in pancakes if we're feeling festive or stuff like that. I don't necessarily want a smoothie or something cold, but I do like having those warm things throughout the day and popping some cherries in there or some frozen blueberries as well. We always get a big bag of frozen blueberries. So yeah,
We
those.
always have frozen fruit too. But you know what my mom does, which I think is great, and I did this for the boys over the winter with their oatmeal, is that she gets frozen fruit like the blueberries and the raspberries and strawberries in the winter. And then when she's like heating things up, she'll add them in. So she's making the warm oatmeal, but like using the frozen fruit because it's way less expensive as well, especially in the winter because that stuff is not in season. But it actually makes the berry, I don't know, it's like super colorful. So it's more enjoyable to eat because it's prettier.
Yeah.
And yeah, so that's also like a fun thing. I mean, you could do it in the summer, any time of the year, especially because berries are insanely expensive right now. But that could be something else too. Like the frozen fruit's great any time of the year.
Absolutely. My bowls end up being brown because I put so much cinnamon. It's in like nutmeg and that they're like bright pink. I always take the Instagram picture before I put the cinnamon in.
Yes.
All right. So we've got some goodies for the menstrual phase, hopefully. And of course, side note, keep eating that chocolate. You don't have to give because you've moved out of the deep luteal phase. So feel free to throw some cow nibs in that oatmeal or buckwheat bowl or whatever you're having. Yeah, or in the summer in that smoothie. So enjoy. I hope this helps you enjoy the menstrual phase a little bit and get some more foods that are supportive to you in that phase in. And we will see you tomorrow for our very last episode in this season when we'll go through the follicular phase.
Can't wait. Bye for now.
A big shout out and thank you to our sponsors for today's episode, Period Coaching School and Katie Bresek Wellness.
Thanks to you, our favorite bestie, for listening to the Period Besties Podcast, where no topic is TMI. And of course, share this episode with your besties.
Remember to leave us a 5-star review, nothing less than the best for us besties, and subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts.
You can follow us on Instagram at Stasha Washburn and at Katie Bresek, or email us at periodbestiespodcast@gmail.com.
Check out more about us at katiebresek.com and periodcoachingschool.com. And of course, check the show notes for free goodies and extras that support this episode.
We'll see you on the next episode.
Bye for now, besties.